I just found out that my ex-husband cheated on me during a bachelor party by sleeping with an escort. I shared a video yesterday, if you've been following me, but for context, if my face is new to you, I was with my ex-husband for 10 years, and we were married for 6. I left him in October when I caught him cheating on me with a woman local to me, and our divorce was finalized in February. After I left him, 3 people came forward to message me from various parts of our life, saying that he was cheating on me, which would have been great to know at the time, but that's neither here nor there. In the video I shared yesterday was me talking about how I matched with one of his former best friends on Hinge, not to like fuck around with each other, but he sent me some messages, and this is what they say. Let's do another little fucked up class read along. Are you and Tyler not together anymore? Obviously we aren't friends, so I'm out of the loop. I said, he cheated on me with some ugly bitch, so I left him, and it's the best decision I've ever made. I stand by that. He said, oh, he was still cheating? Good for you. And I said, love that it's a still. Super stoked that no one ever told me. He said, foolishly, I thought I was being a good friend. Turns out he's a piece of shit, and the rest of them being that friend group, and he's right about the following, and the rest of them aren't that great of humans either, in my opinion. I haven't spoken to any of them in a couple years now. Lesson learned. I'm sorry I wasn't brave enough before. I said, I appreciate the apology and sentiment. I remember when you guys had the big falling out and how you were painted as the bad guy, and I've thought about it before now, how that's very likely untrue. Do you mind me asking how long everyone knew he was cheating on me and with whom? So for context, they had a huge falling out at a different bachelor party than the escort bachelor party in like 2023. That's neither here nor there, I guess, but my ex very much painted this guy as like a piece of shit. And so he said, oh yeah, I was just the scapegoat for a lot of shit. During so-and-so's bachelor party, other friend in the friend group, which was probably in 2021, maybe 2022. He got drunk and cried to everyone about how you wouldn't fuck him or suck his dick or blah, blah, blah. Super late at night, he begged me to buy an additional hotel room and pay for an escort. I regrettably agreed. I went first and he did his thing after. I was so fucked up that I missed Topgolf the next morning. Months later, I find out he told everyone I got a hooker in an extra room, which he did. That's exactly what he told me about this bachelor party. He told me that this guy was like coked out of his brain and hired an escort and like got a hotel room with her and was like, I can't, like everyone was like so just like taken aback by it and like, what the fuck is wrong with him? This is the narrative that I got. I didn't get the part about how my ex-husband, who I was still married to at this time, decided to partake in fucking a escort. Months later, I find out he told everyone I got a hooker in an extra room. He tried to talk me out of it and all this bullshit. I went around telling the truth, and they were stunned. They all acted like they didn't fuck with him anymore, as in the friends with my ex. Other friend's wedding comes around, and I find out that's not true. That was the last straw. I haven't touched booze or cocaine since that weekend. I'm not proud of all of anything I've done. I'm not innocent, but I'm thankful that I've changed my lifestyle and I don't surround myself with those people anymore. That's the only time I know of 100%, but he got that girl there pretty quick, so I always figured he was doing some shady shit. And for the record, he could not get me there pretty quick. Just so we're all on the same page, he could not get me there pretty quick and or at all, and then he would like to cry about it, not literally, but just bitch about it, as if I was the problem. So I'm really glad that he could at least get an escort off. She probably fucking faked it. I said, that is actually so much worse than I expected. He told me about that weekend, made a whole, can you believe so-and-so would hire an escort out of it. Of course, never said a fucking thing about being involved as well. I feel literally ill right now because God knows what kind of health problems he could have caused me. I did get tested for STIs after I left him, but this was years before that. Years before that. I said, do you know if he was cheating on me with anyone locally through our relationship? This guy said, yeah, he spun that story to everyone that would listen. He's a slimy, shady fucker. Anyone bad going on, just blame it on me. So-and-so and so-and-so were pretty good about that as well. 2 other piece of shit guys in this group. I have no idea about anyone locally. We grew apart, and I hadn't seen him in forever before that bachelor party. We didn't talk enough for him to admit anything to me or anything. He had no problem using my money to hire an escort, though. He said to my message when I said that, like, of course he didn't say anything about being involved as well. This guy said, involved is a funny word. He ran the fucking show. And then a little later on in our conversation, he said, I'm sorry you had to go through all that when I made a comment about, like, the cheating and emotional abuse. And he said, I don't understand a lot of people. And I said the way he spent our entire relationship accusing me of cheating too when I was tying myself in knots, trying to prove my loyalty to him. I don't fucking get it either. His loss. And he said he would get drunk and get all depressed and suicidal, talking about a man has needs and she doesn't do anything and all of this shit. Then he would get dark and talk about wanting to himself. After a while, it was just embarrassing and sad, like, get it together, man. And that's exactly what I would go through at home with him too. So I'm very much still processing this. I found this out at 2 a.m. And probably got a grand total of 2.5 hours of sleep between when I fell asleep on my couch, woke up, was going to go to bed, saw the notification for this on my phone, and it just started absolutely reeling. Fucked an escort. Fucked an escort, but would accuse me of being inappropriate with my male coworkers. Like, if I was ever on my phone, I must have been texting another guy. Fucked an escort. And then had the audacity to be like, can you believe that so-and-so would do this to me at home when he returned? So I just want everyone to know. Especially if you know me in real life, share this video. Share it with people that, like, he might also know in real life. His name's Tyler Davis. He still owns and operates a business that I founded for him out of the many things that I tried to do to be a good partner. It's called Hilly Haven Home Co. in Bloomington, Indiana. Don't hire him for work. I'm not trying to, like, fully dox him, but I am speechless. Truly motherfucking speechless. It's one thing to cheat on someone with, like, a civilian. An escort? You put my health at risk like that? And I was still fucking him. It just wasn't to the degree that met his approval. On top of everything else, I don't owe, but I do because he's fucking me over one last time, $4,500 of his debt that he's refusing to pay. That's now a lien on my mortgage that I'm trying to refinance for the house that we used to share together, that I was awarded in our marriage settlement agreement. And so I'm coming up with this financial hurdle that I'm needing to get over because he's a fucking piece of shit. I have a GoFundMe link in my bio. If you want to help me in any sort of way, just, like, give the middle finger to him in the only way that I really can, because I also have a protective order against him and, like, I'm not going to be in contact with him. He can't legally contact me. Please donate so I can keep my fucking house from the man who cheated on me with an escort.